What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? And I'll be with you in a second. I am gonna show you guys how to sync up your Ableton link on the MPC and the Akai Force. And I've heard a lot of people talk about the plugins and how they're crap, but you can get a lot of different sounds out of them. And yeah, I mean, if you use a stock sound that comes in that plugin, it's the same as me using the stock sounds that come out of here. It's gonna be noticeable. You can be like, oh, dude's using a Sledge to make that sound, or he's using a tube synth preset, or he's using a splice. You have to switch it up, man. That's what all these knobs are for. That's what I want to go over. And yeah, I can't get this to work, so I'm not going to answer any questions. So I apologize, but much love and respect to everybody that's here. So first plugin that I'm going to show is this tube synth, right? And I have to use this because my freaking computer is loaded. So I'm going to go straight to the MPC X, right? And the reason why I love the tube synth on the MPC X is because, first off, it's all beautiful, right? You can see like all the design. I'm a big fan of these plugins, man, because I'm just a big fan of them. I know what to do with them. What you want to do is go all the way to the end here where it has initial patch and create your own stuff right here. And you can save your own sounds, and it's got a lot of stuff. And the oscillator, your mix filter, envelopes, LFOs. And what's super, super cool is that when you go to project edit on the MPC, it's this button here, all the cue links jive with this. There's no hitting knobs or nothing. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 on each thing. So it's beautifully laid out. So you don't even have to guess. You know this is going to be your envelope, key track, slope, without even looking. And if you have to look, they're all written over here. Really, really cool. Very, very powerful. So I like that. I think that is super clean. But what I did is I just recorded like a little 8-bar loop in here. And what you want to do is twist up some of these knobs while it's playing back. Start with initial patch. You know what I'm saying, dude? You can really get into some really, really nice sounds. And the stock sounds aren't bad, especially if you mess with them and all that. But like I said, you want to go all the way down to your initial patch and just start from that. And now you just start tweaking away. Go with your oscillators. So that's going to be on track 1, right? That is pretty cool. I mean, it's so powerful, man, to make your own sounds on here, guys. And then electric, also hit this program edit. Bam, it is so crispy. Like this little camera that I got you guys on, it doesn't give this any justice. This looks so clean on here. And again, go to project, give this a little more volume. Should listen to this one. Again, you go here to your initial patch. Now you got the power to, it just starts you off with that. Go to project. Screen control. And of course, you guys know that you can do this with this, but I just wanted to show you this. Let me show you what it looks like on the Force. And the reason why I prefer this on the MPC X, it doesn't really matter what you use, but I get a better result out of the pads on here. So I was painting the house earlier. So yeah, that was a paint. So now I'm painting some stuff here. But these things are just gorgeous, man. Spend time with them. You know, you can knock the sounds on them or whatever, but man, if I had a synthesizer, if you were to go out and buy a synthesizer that was this electric or the bass line that's in here, it's insane, all right? And they're very expensive, so it's a gift. This is a treat, man. So utilize all your stuff that you have on here. Play with these sounds. Make an 8-bar loop and go through and let it play, man. So for my electric, I like this sound that I had on here. So you just find a sound that you like. I like synths. Let's do this. And we'll just leave it like that. And of course, yeah, we can go back and add different sounds and everything to it later, or effects. Let me switch this over to the Akai Force real quick so I can show you what's going on over here. And again, I appreciate all you guys for watching and asking these questions. Let's see here. So yeah, to sync these both up. Let's see. First off, you're gonna want to go to your menu, hit this little sync right up here, and make sure it's on the Ableton link. And what I did for plugin 1, plugin 2, 3, and 4, I have, I'll show you, this is cool. You can just go track edit. For track 1, I have tube synth. For 2, I have electric. 3, the hype synth. And 4, bassline. And these all, I want to show the cue links on here real quick. So you got 8. And all you do is hit it again, and you get the other 8 on the other side, which is cool. The screen's a little bit smaller. My resolution sucks right now, but that's kind of what's going on. So, and you go to your matrix. It's in time. And like I say, if I don't like that sound, I just go back to my track edit. It added some crazy stuff, but it's just a good way to get both of them synced together is what I'm saying. That's how I use them. So I have two, I got one bass line going, one tube synth. So now I can run I can run all kinds of different tube synths and stuff in sync and change them and like on the fly, you know what I mean? I can, that's very, very cool. I just wanted to share that. Let's get back to this MPC X. So yeah, the workflow over here, again, you have all the cue links. Man, it's so pretty. I love the screen on the MPC X. It's just a little, it's a lot bigger actually. But this is, I just got to sit in here and mess with some of these effects. And yeah, the hype synth is a monster. I wish they had it on the I wish they had it on the MPC, and I don't know what they're waiting for. But let me go ahead and switch over here real quick. I'll show you something on the hype. And again, the only reason I'm going live is because I'm so full on all this stuff. So I got my hype synth. This is probably, I mean, probably my favorite. Let's see. It's super chill, man. Like I said, before you knock any of the sounds that come out of them, all the way at the bottom, initial, analog initial, sample initial, all these different initials. It even has an FM initial. That's why this is a super synth. Beautiful. Honestly, been able to make some of the same sounds that my Studio Logic Sledge has off of this hype synth, and that's pretty darn good. That's why I say, man, the synths that they give you on here are definitely a treat, because it's hard to make some of the sounds on. And I mean, for it being software, hardware software, soft synth, it's pretty good, man. I'm very happy with the sounds on it. But yeah, man, if you use stock sounds, yeah, it's gonna be noticeable. The same on here, especially on the Sledge, man. You use program 1 on it and you sit there and you go make a song, like, dude, didn't even, it's like just as bad as taking a sample and just putting it in a song, put some work into it, you know, reverse it, do something to it. But I just heard a lot of hate on the plugins, and I'm just like, no, man, it's not the plugins. You just got to learn how to use them. I'd recommend spending an hour a day uninterrupted with one of the plugins. Don't try to do all hype and bass and all that. Just do a tube synth, do an 8-bar record, and mess with the sounds from an initial patch. And once you like that, add another initial patch of the same plugin and do the same until you make something else. I mean, there's a lot of cool ways. Like, I like to stack my sounds, so whenever I go into the Akai Force, if you use a MIDI, it's not multi-timbral, so it just stacks the sounds if you're using a MIDI controller to control these plugins. So track 1 will sound just like track 2, and so on and so on and so on. So you can add different sounds and bring them up at different times and stuff, just like on the VIP software that Akai has, where you can load all your VST plugins and do the same thing. This allows you to do that, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, I'd like to be able to use track by track, but I found a way to utilize that. But yeah, other than that, spent some time with these. My last video, I asked everybody to make a drum kit, and I didn't mean like take a drum. I I didn't mean like load up a drum patch and, you know what I mean? I meant like actually go in. Let me show you here real quick. We're not, yeah, I'll show you real quick. I know it's off topic, but you don't have to watch if you don't want to. But to make the drums on here, man, you go to your browser and select as many drums as you want. Go to your sampler and select as many, even if they are drum packs. Whenever you go to just sample edit. Hang on. You got to be on a drum track. And sample edit. Program. It's in one of these. So you hit program edit, right? And you hit the samples button down here again. Now you got, on one pad, you can have 4 drums. All right. No, I'm saying you can have your bass, your kick with a little crash or a hi-hat all in one. And then instead of messing with like on Fruity Loops and stuff, how you have to have pan velocity and stuff like that, you can just go straight up over to, there was a layer 1, layer 2. They have semitone, and there was like an offset. I could have swore there was an offset. Velocity start, velocity end, filter envelope, LFO modulation. Could have swore. So when you go to your samples, there is a way. When you go to your sample edit, no? Anyway, there's a way to make it to where you can have the kick start a little bit before. I can't believe I can't find that. So I mean, you got to practice with this, or you use it or lose it, man. Unreal. Anyway, guys, mainly wanted to just go over those plugins. And yeah, they do look super crispy on here. Let me show what the other ones look like real quick. Let's see. We go to plugins, baseline. You know, looks dope, right? You got your delay. It doesn't look as cool as some of them. Now, when you go into controller mode, and I made a video on this already, the loom, man, in controller mode, you get some plugins that will destroy. Like, no joke, straight up. You get some plugins that will, yeah, they're dope. They're my favorites. The loom, I'll probably put a link in the description or something where the hell it's playing. Yeah, but let's see here. So I've been doing this for a little over a year, and I've been trying to give the best advices, and somebody had told me about whenever you sample something with the auto sampler, how it doesn't sound, and that, I get that a lot. When you sample on your MPC, they're like, dude, did that sound a little muddy? Or what was it? So let's fix that real quick. So this way your samples come out the same way that you hear them. Man, I almost forgot what day it was. It's like, am I late for work? All right. What we're going to do, hit menu. And then we're going to hit this gear. What were we doing? We were going to project defaults. You have to touch the screen and scroll up, okay? And it's just like Akai to put the important stuff all the way at the bottom, just like their firmware update, right? Default pad slice, default drum key group filter. Mine says off. Yours says low pass 2-pole. Every MPC comes stock with that, and your Akai Force also comes stock with the default drum kit filter. Just like whenever you put in a drum kit and you look at your effects, you're like, why do these have effects on them already? So that's why your samples come out all muddy. Turn it off. Get out of there and get out of there. And I promise you, that'll make your sample sound a lot better. With the auto sampler, it does make a little poppy noise here and there, but you got to work, man. I mean, back with the MPCs, you know, the 60 and the 2000 and so on, you had to put your drums and make them not pop in the beginning of the sample. That's part of the craft. So a lot of this stuff is a gift. A real MPC would have came empty, but I'm glad to have this little stuff to work with and everything. But honestly, I would recommend just making your own sounds out of the initial patches and making your own drum kit. Because, like I say, if you go to a concert or something like that, most likely the dude up on stage playing the drums isn't going to have his drums being switched out every song. He plays that all year long, probably, you know, every single concert. They just switch out guitars and stuff like that, but keep your drums the way you want them. Just spend time on them. And that's the biggest thing. That's the most important part. You know, you saw how I was struggling on how to show you guys something that should be that quick. It's because I don't practice. I don't practice as much as I should, because I've been getting into all this other gear. And honestly, it's struggling. It's strangling my workflow on other devices. Like I haven't done any videos on these other things. I want to, but I love my MPC X and I try to get everything to go into it like it's supposed to. It's a powerhouse, and I think I'm just gonna go on my next video. I'm gonna show you how I get my audio through my mixer. I have a 22 channel mixer, and I'm just gonna go track by track into the Akai Force, which is really cool. I mean, it really does a good job. It's like a big looper, which you can create your own little scenes or whatnot. It's really fast and it's really good. And the reason why I did a 2.3 tag on this video is because it's the most stable update that you can get. 2.5 does give you those beautiful GUIs and everything, but 2.3 introduces them to the MPC where you can still use them. You don't need to see all that stuff. You can read the cue links and utilize them the same way. Man, I wish I could read some questions if you guys had any. I do apologize for not answering them. I'll have to read through these, but much love from St. Louis, man. I've come so far. I've almost hit my goal for 1,000 subscribers, and I've started an email list where I've been giving out my Sledge sounds that I've auto sampled, and I've heard them. And you know, back in the day, that would have taken forever. But yeah, so when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna have to do something crazy, and I need to get into a better camera. This way, I can look a lot better without this hand thing going on. Other than that, man, like I said, if it's not fun, I try to make things fun. And if it isn't fun, it's not worth doing. And we all have run into some different issues, whether it's not being able to log into the Akai site or song mode not working. We'll all find ways around it. If you haven't considered subscribing to the channel, just to leave comments or to ask any questions, I mean, somebody will answer on this. Good thing about this channel is that I have about 1,000 subscribers, and every single one of them plays an MPC or makes music. So it's a very, very cool community that we got going on here, and I definitely respect everybody that's been since day one, and we're gonna keep on growing. I hope to see Kai fix some issues with the song mode. You know, not everybody can use the controller mode on there. You know, and then the whole 32-bit operating systems is cut out. So you know, the whole thing was to use it in standalone mode without a computer. But that's what we got. So again, guys, I'm Poli Popo, and I appreciate all you guys for subscribing to the channel and watching and asking me questions, moving me forward. We all have our ups and downs. We all have, you know, our own problems, but I don't let that affect me in here. So I'll hug you guys here in a little bit. I'm going to keep on doing my thing, and I hope everybody's doing good. And like I say, if you have any questions or anything, just knock them out. But the plugins for the MPC, the hype, that thing is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. And I do have a video on that if you want to go through some of the presets that it comes with. I might just auto sample that whole synth, and it's got a lot of sounds, but I might just auto sample it and just give that away since Akai won't do it. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna let you be. I know you got a lot of other videos to watch, and just two important things: make your own drum kit, practice for an hour a day uninterrupted, man. Get an egg timer, turn that shit on, and don't let nobody bother you. And an hour a day, and you'd be surprised, you know, how fluent you become in playing your MPC or your Akai. But right on, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.